I don't know why I fucking do it without my camera. Hold on.
You're good.
Every time I'm like, hit the camera button. Hey, y'all.
Hello.
So, for anybody, yes, I do still have the candles exactly the same way.
I have pictures of all mine. Otherwise, my cats were trying to get into them, so I'm like, I'm just gonna know.
I figured you would. Let me share this with Bridget real quick.
Bridget's in here.
Oh, is she? I didn't see her hop in. I was looking for her.
Hello, Jazz.
Because she had asked me. I was like, either tonight or tomorrow on subs. But sorry, y'all. My muscle relaxer kicked in and I was
Out cold.
stuck.
Hannah, to answer your questions, we kind of do a lot of different things. We do our subscriber card pulls. Sometimes we do mediumship. Sometimes we do past lives. Get ready with me. It's all different types of stuff. Hello, Diana.
Hi, Diana. Okay, so let me write down who's actually here so we don't. I mean, we can go over everybody. And if you want to just send me this, like, part of the live, I can upload it to my YouTube.
Yeah.
And then anybody who wants to do, like, who's not here can watch it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. So it's 9:44 my time. I don't know if you want to mark down what time so you can get on the timing thing.
Of course, the one time I normally have like a million gazillion pens around me.
It's okay. I'll write it down for right here.
Yeah, I got it. I have markers, so.
That works. Some utensil.
11:44. 11:10, apparently. My caffeine has not kicked in yet today.
I don't want to hear it. Okay. How do we want to? Where do we want to start?
Well, let's start with whoever's in here. So, I know Bridget is in here. We can get started with hers.
Okay. Don't sneeze in my coffee, you bitch! Fucking whore. Sorry, that's not going on the recording. If it does, it goes. All right. Bridget, if you are here, say hello. Okay, first of all, if you are here and you did a candle, just put some sort of just put some sort of emote in the comment.
I'm sorry, I was trying to keep my.
I love that everybody was like, we're just gonna have a good laugh before we start this.
So Bridget's here. I'll put a little asterisk by your name so I know y'all are here.
Yeah.
Here.
So if you did something, just put letting us know that you're here. So we know to go through, and then everybody else at the end will just say who's not here. Allison? I didn't get Allison, so. Okay. Diana, you're here. I'll write her down real quick because I know I have her candle. Okay. And as people trickle in, they'll just know. So, Bridget, I had your candle and I had Elton's candle.
Yep.
Let me see if I can. So, Bridget, that is your candle.
We just see black.
Jesus Christ. Nothing?
Mm-mm. Retrograde is retrograding. There we go.
Cheese and crackers. All right, so Bridget, that is your candle. I kind of like went with this candle, that the soda light and the elderberry. Where the hell's your elderberry? That's your elderberry right there. So this is how open your path is going to be when it comes to the road opener. And it's actually, I put arrows down here. So you have the north and the west gates open. If that makes sense to you, that'll make sense. But you have the north and the west gates open. Your candle actually, let me flip this around real quick. So, Bridget, your candle went out the 7th out of all of them. You had a mellow smoke, You first started really slow and then you kind of accelerated. And when you went out, you had like a mellow smoke path. It wasn't even like a big path. So your road opening is going to be there. It's going to be excuse me, a kind of a small opportunity. And that's depending on what you're willing to do and what you're willing to move forward with. It's kind of you getting out of your comfort zone that's going to open up and take this opportunity for you. But you have a small window of opportunity for this opening of this road.
For Elton's, I know that we kind of talked about it either yesterday or Monday. His was, I was a little worried with his at first, I'm not gonna lie. Because out of all the candles, he had the weirdest wall shape where it was very bumpy, and I instantly heard bumps in the road when it came to this road opener. It's not a bad thing, it's just he's going to be a little bit resistant to those changes that are going to be coming his way, which, you know, he is a DM, that's going to happen. They get a little bit resistant. But other than that, after a while, his candle started doing really well. His flame was pretty bright, it was pretty passionate. He did burn down those walls. Oh, he's a Scorpio too. Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, you also had a wall, Bridget, but it wasn't very high.
But so he's going to be a little bit resistant. He might also be purging a little bit too because his candle did leak out of the little tin. Like these were the ones that I did. I had 3 of them leak out. I don't know. So they're going to be purging a little bit hard.
Wow.
Yeah. I did a lot of you're gonna frickin' heal in these candles, whether you want to or not. So he might be a little bit emotional for a little bit. The remains of his candle, all of the wax was completely gone, and he actually turned all of the herbs and stuff that I had on top of his candles into ash, and he was one of the only people that did that, so I was very interested in that. I was like, oh, like he didn't even have the little tin container left for where the wick was standing. So I'm like, dude, what's going on? But I do feel like he is going to work through it. He is going to get through it. He is going to be pretty perseverant after he gets through those bumps in the road. But yeah, his candle was a little concerned. I was like, dude, are you good?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm flabbergasted at the ones that poured out.
I know.
We had an interesting burn, that's for sure.
I laughed at the ones that poured out because I'm like, yeah, I could see and I'm saying that in my DM was one that poured out. So
Oh wow, that's
yeah.
wild. Bridget, you do have a lot more work to do, but it's more of the next layer. You're on the next layer of healing. You're on the next layer of working through certain issues with that wall that you had up. And Anna was like, well, it makes sense after what you had heard. And I hadn't even known what had gone down when I saw the wall. But you were in your comfort zone being told to get out of your uncomfort or being told to get uncomfortable. And now is the time. And the work that you need to do is just doing something that's never been an energy that you've ever been in. It's going to be new, it's going to be uncomfortable, but you have to do it for you because you are on a mission for your purpose.
Yeah.
I'm going to stuff my face real quick.
Yeah, Tony's eating breakfast. It's breakfast time for Tony. So I just told her, well, I'm getting on sub live now. So she's like, oh shit.
I'm going to eat while we're here. I don't care.
I saw Allison. So Allison, we can go over yours really quickly. Just let me know you're here. I'm so tired of the hair shedding too. It is sub live, Madi. We are going over candles right now, and then we're gonna be doing something a little different than card pulls today.
First half hour is for the candles, and then everything else will go back to Anna.
Yes. So Allison, your candle was really good. You were actually a more passionate candle. Like your flame was really tall compared to others. I was like, oh man, I hope you don't catch anything on fire. I was a little worried about the fire there for a second. I was like, oh my God, you need to calm. But your candle was really good. It was very passionate. You didn't have any walls come up on yours, which was good. So that means you're not being too resistant. I did do some things for the crown chakra on all of the candles as well to kind of get you all more open-minded and you all more expansive. Cause I love y'all. I do, but y'all don't always see the bigger picture and things. So I was kind of just being like, look at all directions for all these candles. Um, the mark for the crown chakra that I put on the candle, I put it in Sharpie on the outside. You actually completely dissipated the crown chakra symbol. Everything else was fine. Your name on it, the other sigils I put on it was fine, but you dissipated the crown chakra symbol. And I know you and I have talked about it in the past about, kind of that struggle with faith and that struggle with like trying to find like what faith suits you best or how you can look at source better. But they're also saying that it's kind of a look in all directions type of thing. They want you to dig a little bit deeper when it comes to certain healing aspects and how to go about root
Work.
yes. I was gonna say root wounded source, and for some reason my brain was like, that don't sound right. That don't sound right. Try it again. Try it again. And I'm like, da 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 da. But they want you to look at things from all different directions because it's also not just affirmations. I kept hearing affirmations for yours, so I'm not sure if that's what you're doing for your healing is just affirmations, but they want you to find different modalities and different ways to go about your healing, whether it's through meditations, burn letters, Reiki, crystals, spells, whatever the case may be for you. Go ham, go open-minded, look at it as like a whole new, I almost said hobby and that was not the word that I wanted to look at, but like look at it like if you were in college, you have multiple different classes, right? You have to look at things from totally different perspectives for certain classes. Like I took a lot of psychology classes, I took a lot of hematology classes. I did a lot of forensic classes and law classes. History of rock and roll was another class that I had to take for whatever God no reason for forensic anthropology. They're like, you need to take this class in order to move forward. And I'm like, okay. But they're just saying to research and look at different modalities for you when it comes to your healing, because I love affirmations, don't get me wrong. And I'm going to kind of make fun of a certain someone. You can't just say, I am grounded and be grounded. You can't just say, I am happy and you be happy. Like, you got to do things. Like, I'm not at all saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying, there's other things that need to be done as well. So they just want you to open your mind and broaden your horizons to different areas.
And I'm hearing a whole new world in Aladdin. That song fucking is in my head. A whole new world.
Yes.
What's there? Close your eyes. And that's kind of what I'm hearing in my head right now.
Even like somatic exercises would be really good too. If you know, you know, for real. But otherwise, your candle did really, really well, and you are very passionate for healing. They just want you to research more on other ways to heal. That's all.
And words do matter just when it's manifesting, not doing the work. Like you can't speak your work into existence. You actually have to do the work, but you can speak your manifestations into existence. Totally different things.
Yes. Affirmations are good to do after you already have been working on that root wound for a long period of time, because then it's a little bit easier. It's not as rooted, so you don't have to like full blown get the hatchet, get the shovel, dig out those roots. So I do affirmations. I do affirmations, but it's not on a wound that just surfaced for me, you know? Like I really dig deep down first, way before I get to the affirmation part.
Exactly. I'm at the I am beautiful, I am kind, I am worthy point
Yes.
of view. Affirmations.
Journaling,
So,
meditating, good. Allison, good.
yes,
And yes, Pammy, we will tell you about you and Seth's candles.
you're on the list. I got Diana next and then Pammy. And remember, For those who get afraid of meditating, I just need to throw this out there. You don't always have to meditate to clear your mind and be calm in your mind. You can meditate to get rid of the clutter of your mind so that you can focus on the things that you need to focus on. It's not necessarily to clear your mind, but it's to clear the clutter. Because I can never clear my mind. So,
Also, to those of you that are like, I can't meditate because I can't focus, did you know that's a wound you need to work through? And do you know that's your ego? That's an aspect that, because I've had so many people yell at me and go, I can't meditate in a quiet space. And I'm like, oh, that's part of a wound that you need to work through? Do you know that's your ego being like, this is stupid, da 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 da?
and you can't sit in quiet. That's something else you have to work through as well. Because you can't be peaceful within yourself if you can't work through the clutter.
And this goes for even us ADHD people, because I have severe ADHD. I am not medicated for my ADHD. Like, Toni has watched in action how bad my ADHD will get, right? If you cannot sit in silence for longer than 5 minutes with your mind going blank, that is something that you need to work on. And I mean your mind going completely blank.
That's just a reset, recharge.
Yes.
Those who are hopping into the sub live real quick, we are going over the candles. If you are here, just let us know that you're here and you want your candle, or just let us know so we can put you on the list. We will be going over all of the candles. We're just kind of going based off of who's here first, and then we will go over those who aren't here and post it on my YouTube channel.
I'm just happy that most of y'all got my reference for the I am grounded thing.
We all know too well.
Yes.
We've learned a lot from that person, though. At least we can fucking say that.
Oh, yes. I have been taught exactly what not to do, so.
Facts. Facts. All right, so let's get on with these candles. So, Diana, you are next. I don't know, Diana. I don't know if you're ready for this.
Oh. I might hide for this one.
You had the hardest, biggest struggle. You were the last candle to go out. Every candle went out really fucking fast. The last candle before you went out at 12:11 and yours went out at 12:53. Everything else started at like, what time we started? At 9:11. So we started about like 9:15, and then the collective candle went an hour back that. So within an hour, Luna's went out within an hour of lighting, or within an hour of the collective candle going out. Because let me tell you, that collective candle, y'all, holy fucking shit. I'll go over that at the end.
That was freaking wild.
Whoa. But Diana, I don't know what it was, but you had the smallest flame the whole time. I was worried that you were just going to go out while the candle was still in itself. I'll show you. That is how your candle melted. You do have a good road opening. You're looking towards the future, but your past right now is so cluttered. You are always back and forth. Unfortunately, with your candle, I didn't get to see your smoke, because it was night. It was 12:53. I literally had one eye open just to make sure that your candle went out before I finally fell asleep. I just don't know. I don't know where your blockages are in with your crown and with your third eye. I don't know if you're blocked to deities as well, but there's some blockages that you really need to work through. And given how far you struggled, how long it took you to go out, I was worried that your wax wasn't ever going to dissipate, but it did. You have an opening, small opportunity, but there's some changes that need to be made. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I will say part of your job is what is causing this. I know you're not happy, and I know they're dicking you around. And Anna's right. Like, you definitely have resistance with this job. So Yeah, Scarlett's saying hi. But yeah, so that I don't. You have blockages that you need to work through, and you need to get uncomfortable.
Part of that uncomfortable is also leaving your job. Diana, they've been wanting you to leave for almost a year. So,
They've been dicking you around, telling you all these things, making you miserable because you're comfortable. You're trying to find balance with all of it. You will find balance when you leave something that's not servicing you anymore. Trust me, I fucking know because I got told how many times to leave Greg, how many times to get out of that energy, how many times to turn him in. And I was like, no, 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 no. Well, I finally left and life kind of started to like really happen for me. And it was hard and it was a resistance that I had. And I don't know why. It was just because I was comfortable and I was using him and everything. And I needed to have trust and faith and spirit to be able to walk away and completely, set my boundaries with him. And I understand. And it's something, it's difficult because change is hard for us sometimes, but that change is so worth it. Nothing that is hard isn't worth it.
look at how long it took me to leave a certain someone, even though she was bullying me since February and completely tearing me down since February. Because I was afraid, because I was like, but I need help. I need help. I need her help. And then my life truly flourished after I left.
I literally, oh my God. I have to show you this notification.
Uh-oh.
No, not a bad thing. This
Okay.
is literally what we're talking about right now. And I love when fucking spirit comes up.
Oh,
Says
wow.
cut them off. It's a YouTube person right now. She's spiritual, but she just said cut them off. She's live right now.
Oh, wow.
Cut them off. Literally popped up. We ain't got no shit to say because spirit will tell it to you every way. Every way.
I love that.
And yeah, it took us too long to cut that person off because look at how miserable we were for those fucking months. Y'all saw publicly the shit that we were getting put through because we decided, even though Spirit told me, even though I had everything told me, to tell me to cut her off. And look at the shit that Anna and I went through for months because we decided not to. We were resistant because we felt what was better for us rather than what Spirit had for us.
And then look at how great everything flourished after we left. Abundance wise, relationship wise, like.
Anna's live has just been fucking amazing. She hasn't struggled. You haven't had, nope, it's been fine. And I realize why I've been getting restrictions.
Did you? Oh, good.
Yes, it's been somebody, but it's also my music.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It's also my music. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did that come up on yours?
Yeah.
Personal information.
Fuck.
TikTok? When the has
Toni just got restricted for personal information. I don't know.
Thanks for showing us that you're watching even as a preview, you dumb bitch. Thanks for proving our point. Thanks for proving a freaking point. For personal information. I didn't dox myself. I didn't even say nothing about nothing. Whatever.
I'm just laughing because remember, any form of ill intention they send to us, we get back into abundance. So I'm just freaking laughing over here like, you're dumb.
I was talking about how your live fucking went amazing. How your lives have been astronomically improving and doing amazing. How is that personal information, TikTok?
Oh no. So somebody got a little salty apparently.
Someone got a little jealous. Did we see? Did we need?
Things
Aya, shmiako ya ishika kimiaka aya arimiako ya shmiaka ya shmiaki ayoki gakia kimia ashia. Enough.
Thanks for the
You know when
abundance
the
in my
light
life.
language, huh? You know when the light language comes out.
All right.
Anyways, Pammy.
Yes, Pammy. Pammy, I did your candle. Toni did Seth's candle. Your candle wasn't too bad. It was a little bit slow, and there was some walls at the beginning there, so there was some resistance to changes. There was some resistance to that road opener a little bit, but overall, you did do pretty well after that. You actually caught the butterfly flower that I put on your candle on fire, and I was like, girl, I'm trying to give you renewal. Can you not? I'm trying to give you peace. Can you not? You were the only one that did that. And I was like, really? Girl, really?
I don't want to transform. Screw this.
And I want to preface by saying the flower was nowhere near the wick. It was nowhere near the flame. It was sitting on the edge of the tin. You went reaching for it to get it on fire. I was like, okay. But after that, your candle really did not do too bad. After the walls went down, you were burning pretty consistently, pretty smoothly. You had most remnants of the herbs that I put on your candle left, but biggest thing I was getting is just peace and serenity. Finding the peace in yourself. Out of your way sometimes. Well, but finding peace and serenity in yourself. Do not allow anybody else to bring emotions up inside you. You are in control, fully control of your own emotions. You are the only one that can create your emotions. Even if somebody's pissing you off, even if somebody breaks your heart, like you have full control over how that affects you, and you have full control over how you allow that in your energy. So they're just, and I feel like that's especially with the butterfly pea flower catching on fire. That's their way of saying you are the one that creates your own calm and chaos. Yes, you are doing better than you're used to. I think this is mostly Nicole and Seth territories. They don't want Nicole and Seth to control your emotions or control your thoughts.
Blocked both, Diana. You ready for me?
Yes.
Okay. So, Pammy, here's Seth. Let me see. Can I? It's just a little bit of ash. So there's Seth's. So let me move it to where it's actually, so you can see. So the elderberry right there and the sodalite, there's a small path of opportunity for his road opening right now. It's very small, but it's going into the root and working on the root. So I do feel like he is going to take this opportunity to work on the road opening for the root. And the root is a really good base because the divorce and everything, it's kind of like breaking down the foundation, and not even like the building. He has no building to break down and tower. It's the foundation. So the foundation he's kind of trying to work on, because this was actually a beautiful burn. Also, I had 3 candles that got encased by the collective candle. You can't see it on here because it got so hot from the other candles. The collective candle went out first, and then encased Seth, Jeremy, and Chad. And Seth actually almost combined with the collective candle. His did not, but it was really close. I thought it was going to be like Jeremy's, but it was super close. And the collective kind of just like went up to the top. And then when he finally melted the surroundings, it created a block on the past. So he is going to be putting up, like, I feel like drawing a line at the sand when it comes to the past. And I know that has to do with Nicole, but I also feel like there's a lot of other shit that he's going to actually being like, this is the line. I'm going to go on this side of the wall. This is the past. And work on his grounding and his root. He was the fourth to go out of all the candles, and he had a very low smoke. So he's not resisting this. He's not going to resist it. He's not going to fight this. He's kind of just going with the flow is kind of what I'm hearing right now. But he is going to be working on his foundation because he's imbalanced in his root. I feel like he's like hopping on one leg versus on both feet because he still has to have the confidence within himself to be able to set that foot down to really set those boundaries. He's going to get there. He's working on it. It's the opportunity of the road is there. It's just a short window of time for him to do it. So I'm seeing, ooh, and there's the stutter of my throat. So I'm seeing, I don't throw out fucking timelines, but I am seeing by the end of the year, he's going to be working on this balance. We've been no contact for over 3 days. Which makes sense because that's when the candle.
I was going to say, just remember purging from the candle too.
Yeah. So X was in here. Did you see?
Yes. X, are you still here, love? And then I know TJ's in here. Mm-hmm.
Amber's not in here yet?
Yeah, we can do yours again, Amber.
Oh, yeah, we did hers, huh?
Alrighty, X. So I'm the one who did your candle. Your candle was pretty good. There wasn't any walls. There was no resistance. Your flame was pretty well overall. But there was really no problems with your candle. Your candle went through. Your candle was pretty open. I didn't see any big resistances. There wasn't any hissing or bubbles when I was watching your candle. It was pretty good. I feel like you took it very well for this candle.
I like that.
All right, TJ.
So also, TJ, huh?
I was going to say also for those of you who are asking us to redo your candles, we'll redo yours, but at the end, since y'all have already been told your candles, just so we can get everybody.
All right, TJ, I got to do this real quick because if I move yours, I think the herbs are going to move. So let me do this.
Of course, Lex.
All right, TJ. There we go. So TJ, let me make sure. Yep. So this is yours right here. You were talking a lot. You made a lot of fucking noise. You were talking and then your smoke was like a wave. Like you were just, I don't know if you were yelling at somebody or you were yelling at yourself, but I definitely feel like there was a lot of like, why are you apologizing? I was laughing. Your candle was very talkative. Your crown right now is where you are working on this road opening, and that's the opening to your connection. So your duality that you need to find is your crown. The sodalite and the elderberry right there, they are super closed off. There's a little bit of a road right here, but if you connect to your crown so much better, these will open a little bit. You have a little bit of a road because that just means that you are blocked off on your crown and your connection. I'd be a blabber too, yeah. But all of these herbs, the fact that the herbs like this fennel seed didn't completely burn, you had a magical burn. Because I have to explain something real quick. So for those who don't know, as I put myself back up, for those who don't know, spell fire isn't a normal fire. It's hot, but it's not hot. You know the difference? Like when you ever do candles, here's a lesson for those who are going to either do candles for yourself eventually or whatever. When you see the blue in the candle, that means your candle's getting hot. And it's not going to be working the way it needs to because that's your belief in that candle. When it's fully orange with no blue, that is your magic. The orange is letting you know that it's lit. You had only orange in your candle, and the fact that it didn't get hot, but it burned, this crown chakra is very important for you right now. You need to connect. There's some ancestors that want to connect to you. There's something that's here, and the fact that this didn't even turn to ash. The fennel seeds are still showing like it was me just making it. There's only certain parts, like the hibiscus burned, the little stuff, but the fennel seed, I need to look up fennel seed and see what the purpose of fennel seed is. I know Anna would do that. And that's what you need to work on. Purpose of fennel seed.
Repel interference from outsiders. It's also for protection.
So I don't know who you have to stop with the chatter on the outside, but it's affecting your connection, and you have to stop believing them. Could that be why I was hearing something last night? Yeah. It's 3 days after. Yeah. Yeah. You had a nice burn. It was nice. It was just a lot of talk, and I really feel like it was just like, I don't know, you yelling at yourself or whatever to like kind of get your shit together. I don't really know, but the fact that the fennel seed and then it's outside environment.
Yeah, interference from outside resources.
Which I feel a lot of chatter that people have expectations for you or trying to keep you off of a certain path. You gotta stop it. You
Move
gotta,
in silence.
there you go.
Move in silence. Even if people seem to be happy for you, just a small form of jealousy or a small form of, damn, I wish I could do that, is a form of ill intentions. And it's being sent your way, and it can easily make you trip on the path that you are taking. That's why I do not announce things at all unless I am 100% ready and it's already in the works and I'm already doing it.
Already done.
Already done. Because of that very specific reason. I do not tell people. That's also why I don't tell people when I'm going live. I don't do live events because people are wild and people are crazy. You did not, Mira.
Yeah, real quick side note on to follow up with that story. I have a quick story real quick. My best friend of 10 plus years, she's in Florida. I'm working on getting her out of Florida back down to California. Either way, there's only 5 people that she told her plan to. One of them decided to create a fake profile and go narc and whistle blow her entire plan or fake plan or whatever not complete plan to her man that she's trying to get away from. This happened this fucking weekend, the day after Thanksgiving, which was 2 days after her birthday. They narked on her because they're not doing what she's not doing what they want her to do and what they want them to do with that situation. It's like, follow my shit or I'm not helping you, and then I'm going to make things worse for you. There are people who you trust in your fucking circle that you will tell everything to that will eventually come back and bite you as a snake with venom because they were jealous of you having a better life.
Yep.
I tell maybe two people of the shit that I'm doing.
Yep.
And those are people that I know for a fact. They know the repercussions if they tell on me.
Yep.
But 2 people, that's repercussions if they tell on me.
Yep.
But 2 people, that's not even my parents. That's not even my family. That is literally probably Anna and then my best friend that I was just talking about. Those 2 are the only people that I fully trust. I trust my other best friend, but I just keep shit from her because that's just what I have to do.
Yep. Only people I tell is TJ, Toni, and Shane. And I only tell Shane because Shane literally does not care. Literally, I love him, but he does not care what I do. He's just like, okay, have fun. So
family could do that too. That's what I did because I would have not done it. Yeah, exactly. You got to be a ninja. There are things that we speak about, and sometimes you guys see me hesitate with the things that I need to speak about. Like, am I ask? I gotta ask spirit sometimes. Like, can I say this without it coming back? But
yeah. Well, not like even with my parents, I do not tell them how I am doing. I don't tell them how my business is going because of that specific thing. I will say good and I will change the subject quickly whenever they ask. It's not because I feel like they would do anything to me, but it's simply just because I know they are not like they approve in a sense, but I know that they still have their doubts. And I know they still wish for me to work a 9-to-5 job. So I just say good and I move on.
Thanks, but no thanks. Have a great life. Exactly. So just throwing that out there. All right, we got who we have next?
Mira.
Oh, Mira. That's H, right? Mira and Hezekiah.
Monique, I already did hers.
Monique. Okay, that's right. Oh, Mira is by herself.
Yes.
Of course, teacher.
So Mira, are you here?
Let me share this to Giselle real quick. I know Giselle is having a day. So let me see.
I don't know if she'll be able to see it. She's not a sub.
She's not a sub?
Mm-mm.
What about she subbed?
She didn't renew her sub. I should.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, Miss Mira. Your candle wasn't too bad. Yours was the other one that leaked. Yours was the other one that's leaked, and because you were not here when I showed it earlier, this is what I had them in. These are the candles that I used. So they come in a little tinny tin type of thing. They should not have been able to leak, but yours leaked. So I do see that there's going to be a lot of releasing for you, and it's going to be specifically on releasing resistances when it comes to changes. And I know that you're working on your healing, and I know that you're very passionate on your healing. So I don't feel like the resistance is in that aspect. It's more of going to be resistance on like your opinions and what you think your opinion should be. It's going to be resistance on how you think the world will work. It's going to be releasing all of that stuff. It's going to help you open up your crown chakra a little bit more so you can see every single point of view and kind of look at things from a more philosophical approach other than this is it, this is the way type of energy. Okay. Other than that, you did do very well. Your candle did very well. It was pretty passionate. There was small moments where your candle did dim down a little bit and you got a little bit of a blue flame. So there was some small resistances there again, but overall your candle did very well and you're probably going to be releasing and purging for a little bit. So just keep that in mind. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to scream, scream. You might get an upset stomach. You might get a headache. Just keep that in mind. But overall your candle did pretty well, Mira.
Oh, yes.
Meow.
We got that. Okay.
Otherwise, everybody else I've kind of talked to besides those that wanted to redo theirs, and so we can talk about them again. Okay. The only one I haven't done is Gina, so I'm just going to go over that really quickly, even though she's not in here, but I'll just give her the YouTube link when you add it to YouTube. So
and I got Sam too. I'll have to add that too real quick.
Yeah. So Gina's candle. Gina's. Oh yeah, that's right. Samir's candle for Mira. Mira and S.
Oh.
My bad, Mira. I don't know why. I think I was thinking of last time when you didn't add S in it.
And then I was like, I got Sam, Samir. I was like, who's that belong to?
Yeah, my bad. I was thinking of the full moon candle.
That's why I was like, wait, who do I got to do? Okay, so this is how the candle went. You can still see that every other candle got rid of the sigil that I did at the bottom of the candle, but this one actually still has some revenants. The soda light and the elderberry are right here together, so there is a opportunity to have the road opening. And the fact that this candle also didn't burn everything. You can see the orange peel did not completely burn. Um, and the orange is about like fertility and um, uplifting and I'm just thinking of like a citrus uplift. I don't know. I'm just feeling like an uplift and mood change and just the fertility. I don't know why the fertility energy is coming out of that. But with it also being close to that sodalite, I do feel, and this is, let me check, see where the things are. So the way I did your guys' name, by the way, I did the name and then I did the thing so I know where exactly this is all going. So the past. There is an opening to work through the past, an opening to work through some of the issues. Oh, yeah. So if you look at this is the past being closed out, and this is all the future. So there is an opening to a chaotic but amazing future with getting rid of this past. But that right there with the orange, that's kind of uplifting. And that's actually in the crown. Oh,
More confidence in his beliefs.
yeah. I was like, oh, that's really nice. And it burned a little bit to where it connects. Yeah. So I feel really good. The flow of the smoke was medium. It was like a middle flow. Or the flow was going towards the candle of the collection. It was the third to go out as well, just to let you know on that. So it was a very powerful, quick candle. But it was also very magicy. Magicy. I'm gonna fucking go with it. Because it didn't completely like take out
Retrograde
everything.
needs to go away. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
I'm just going with it. If we just fuck up words, we're just gonna go with it now. Everybody understands. Um, but magicy, no, it was very magical because it didn't completely burn. Diana, yours was magical as well. It was just blockages,
Magicy.
but magicy. We're just gonna go with that. I'm gonna use that word now. It was very magicy. Um, as far as like, it
Aficionado.
was not completely. Yeah, I'm gonna copyright that. Um, it was a good burn. It was a really good burn. That's
You're getting bad. If y'all want to know what I've been watching every single night for the past 2 weeks, I've been rewatching Holes every single night for the past 2 weeks. I don't know why. It's like my dopamine fix this past couple of weeks. So I'm tired of this grandpa stuck in my head nonstop at this point. This is how we get fishing in auto, yes. I need that on a t-shirt.
aficionado.
Fishing in auto, aficionado. I can't even say the
Aficionado.
word. Aficionado and fishing in auto, same thing.
Just put aficionado and then put in parentheses of a fish and a truck.
And auto. Yes. In an auto parts store at the Walmart. Yep.
Auto zone.
Get in the zone. Auto zone.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. We're just great. Great times. Greatness.
I'm here today, but I'm not here. I'm pretty sure I just am still up there today.
That's fine. We totally fine with that. I'll ground you today.
All right, I'll go over Gina's candle really quickly. Unfortunately, Gina's candle was the candle that I had the worst struggle with. Her candle barely would stay lit. It stayed lit, but it barely did. It was the tiniest flame I had. It was the bluest flame I had. The worst walls, like it did not burn all the way through, basically. I wish I would have been able to keep the candle, but my cats were just getting too ravenous on it because I had catnip on the candles, so they wanted to go after it. But it was rough. There's gonna be a lot of rough things, and I know that Gina is new to the healing journey. She's new to all of this, so I kind of expected there to be resistances. I do think that Gina will eventually get through it, but she really needs to release that resistance to change. Because I know right now she's holding on pretty tightly to somebody. She's holding on pretty tightly to the dreams and the outcome that she was wanting instead of what's meant for her.
The fantasy.
Yes, the fantasy, yes. So it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be tough. I do see that she'll make through it. She just has to learn to be comfortable in the uncomfortable is the biggest thing for her. So
This is the biggest thing for everybody.
yes. Crystal, I don't think I'm. Crystal was completely new to my life. She got a candle. I haven't seen her back since. So I don't know if she's ever gonna come back or not. So
Crystal, if you hear this, reach out to Anna. She'll give you a report. If not, we'll see you on the next time.
yep. Karina, I'll go over Karina's really, really quickly here. Karina's did really good. I know she's not in here, and I know she was asking. So, Karina, yours did very well. You had no resistances, you had no walls, you didn't have any weird moments happen with your flames. Your flame was pretty steady the whole night. Like, it didn't flicker, it did nothing. You had no smoke. So, your candle was pretty well, and there was no leakages, so it's mostly just you're open to the possibilities. And then I did see Allison come in for a live preview, but I know that she's not subscribed. So I will go over it quickly, and if she's in my live later today, because I will be doing normal live as well today, I can go over it for her again. Basically the same thing. There was no walls, there was no resistances. Her flame was pretty well. Her flame was actually pretty bright and pretty tall, so there's definitely some passion there. She did. It was a little bit weird. She did not do anything to the butterfly flower. Like, I know Pammy was the only one that caught it on fire, but like, she didn't take it into the wax, nothing. It was perfectly still in the tin container. Like, it was not touched at all. When I looked at them the next morning, I was like, okay. So take that how you want to take it. Because butterfly flowers are all for renewal, hope, rebirth, recreation. So take that how you want to take it. But overall, Allie's candle did pretty well.
Good. Good.
Only one of us could be extra, and I took the role.
Let me go over Giselle's real quick. I'll send it to her.
Sorry, I have a blizzard going on right now here, and the wind got so loud to the point where it whistled very loudly. So I was like, ooh, okay.
That's wild. Just as I say Giselle too, which is funny because she's having a so Giselle, besides mine, of course, because my opener is gonna be a little bit because I'm in that healing energy. So my road opener is gonna be a little more open. So Giselle, let me
I suppose I didn't talk about my candle today. I'll do that after Giselle's because mine was interesting.
let me grab this because if I move it, things are gonna move. But first and foremost, your smoke was swirling. Giselle, when you got done with your candle and you got done burning, you were swirling. So that was pretty cool. And the fact that you were swirling and the fact that this is kind of near your crown. So this is the sodalite and that's your elderberry. Giselle, your name is in front. So we are looking at a little bit of the past going into the future with the crown. There's a lot of crown connection that you need to do. You can see there's a little bit of blockage. What is that? I was like, what? It looks like the stone. I was like, I only put one stone in there. But there's a little bit of a blockage here, but once you get rid of that, but look how open the road is. There's a lot of opportunity. They want you to connect, Giselle. All of this too. It was very magic-y because it didn't get that burn sensation. Like, I'll show mine real quick. No. Like this one. That is torched. Everything here is like burnt. just so you guys can see. So there's that. I feel really good energy, but there's some past shit that you have to work on when it comes to like past life and ancestral um curses, I would say, but ancestor is there such thing as ancestor regression? I don't really know why that just said that. Okay. Because I was like, I've heard past life regression, but not ancestor regression. So that's kind of what's sticking out to me. But if you guys can see, like, this is the elderberry and that's the sodalite. So those are super open. A lot of other people's right now, you guys are super close together because you have to open up your beliefs a little bit more, open up your beliefs a little bit more for this to go the way you guys need it to go. But that's what the road opener is for, is so that you guys can reach your highest timelines with your duality and finding it and finding the path that's going to make you guys fulfill your purpose.
My candle was wild.
Was it really?
Well, this new moon was in Sagittarius, right? And I have a Sagittarius stellium. So my candle was like, let's go.
That would make sense because Jeremy's a rising and moon Sagittarius. And the shit was, you saw that.
Oh, yeah. My candle was tall. My flame was tall. I was the first one out. I was like, let's go, baby.
That's funny. I love that. Mine was good. Mine was good. I was more in shocked by Jeremy's, so I didn't really, I like paid attention to mine, but Jeremy's was like,
Jeremy's had me shocked as well. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
for those who don't know, I did a candle for Jeremy as well, and he was the one that completely got encased and actually blended in with the collective. The collective was running over, and the wax, his wax and the collective waxes were draining out of the candle at the same time, surrounding Seth and Chad. So there was a lot of masculine energy surrounding Seth and Chad as well, and helping that energy because Jeremy's a healer as well. But Jeremy's was wild. His was a lot. It was fiery. It was a big flame, the biggest flame, draining in with the fucking it was just wild. It was just like holy shit. And it was the whole time I did his candle too. So that just means Jeremy's happening to have his awakening.
It makes a lot of sense too. I didn't even think about the Sagittarius stellium until literally like a couple minutes ago, where I was like, new moon in Sag, and I was like, oh. And you know who is also a Sagittarius stellium and a Taurus stellium and an Aquarius stellium. So he's a big ball of fucking fun. But
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
But his candle was also, wee, let's go.
Following your footsteps.
Yep.
Following your lead.
Do you want to go over the collective candle a little bit more, and then we can do those that wanted their candles re-talked about?
Yeah. So let me see if I can do this real quick. Hold on. I want to try.
The collective candle had me like mouth open the whole time.
Sorry, I'm trying to get so you guys can fucking see.
Also, for those of you that don't know what a stellium is, it's 3 or more placements in a specific zodiac sign.
Come on, phone.
Oh, were you going to show the photo or video?
I just chose the fucking picture.
Mira, you have a Virgo stellium? Ooh, I'm so sorry. There we go.
Let me get completely out of the fucking way. Okay. Come on, white thing. No, we're gonna move this chair. And I'm gonna get out of it completely. There we go. So, this, I don't know, where's my finger? There we go. Either way, so that is the collective candle. This candle was, oh,
it burned so insanely fast. I was shocked because it was a big pillar candle too.
This candle, it was the size. This was the size of the candle. It was purple, but this was the size of the candle. We lit it at like 9:11 and it went out an hour. It's a 4 to 6 hour candle, y'all. It went out after an hour. So if you can see right here, there's this little like gateway opening. This candle is opening all of your roads. By the way, if you are not part of the individual candles, you are part of the collective. You will get particles of it. You won't get full because when you put your energy exchange into it, you're going to get the full effect. The collective candle, if you're part of our collectives, mine and Anna's, you will have particles, but it's also going to go for you. But the fact that there was this right here, let me show you a different picture as well. The collective candle, you guys, I'm proud of y'all, but just know, let me show you how it began.
Yes, for those of you that didn't donate, you were a part of the collective candle. It's just you're not going to get the full-blown 100 effect as if you donated for your own candle, because you put that energy exchange in, you're getting that 100% effect of that candle that you got. Collective, if like collective candles that we do, it's just kind of like a tiny little booster to be like, here you go.
So this canyon that formed in this candle stayed in the entire candle. This started off soup, and look, it's not blue, by the way. I just want to point out that it's an orange candle. There's no blue in this, but it burned fucking hot, like fast. This canyon right here is the road opening. It is a waterfall effect. If Anna and I embrace our road opening, guess what? That waterfall effect goes to you guys. So this collective candle is showing that we are collectively connecting. We are collectively collaborating, and we're trying to figure this all out. But the fact that this burned super fast, as intense as it did, and engulfed Jeremy, Chad, and Seth, which have been part of all of our candles that we have done, this was just a solidifying of, one, Anna's and I's energy is working for you guys in the collective, and everybody's energy that you're adding into it is raising the vibration of the collective. The three men that were, and I'm going to say the three divine masculines that were encased in this were the only ones that have been really focusing on this road, really focusing on working on the path. The other ones, you guys are new in this, so that's why you guys weren't really encased in it. You're new. You know, it's been a couple candles, but we've been working with Amber, we've been working with Pammy, and I've been working on fucking Jeremy for months, let alone probably a year now.
Yes, Toni and I have done things like protection jars and protection candles, so their energy has already been in the collective for a very long time.
Yeah, and so they were just being pretty much like, okay, we are solidifying this. Everybody else, you'll get there. You will. This collective candle was so impressive, so amazing, so accepting, and so ready to work for us. It's now time for you guys to get out of this comfort zone, get uncomfortable, and look towards new paths. It's not old paths. You guys have to remember the road opener isn't for something that you've ever been into. It's going into the unknown forest. The forest has fog and it's a row of trees and you have no idea what's on the other end of that tree line. But if you actually walk through it, you may be finding that party of that celebration or initiation that you're missing because you're too busy worrying about the fog and not walking through it. Walk through the flame. Walk through this canyon. It is a gate that is opening for you. What are you going to do about it?
All I could think of when you were saying that is the why can't I think of the name of the show? It was the turtle, the duck, and the hamster. Oh my god. It was a little kid show. But all I could think of was Into the Thick of It. Into
Oh,
the Thick of
yeah.
It. We're tramping through the woods. Wonder Pets, yes.
Yes. And I'll give you guys one last view. This was intense view. So you guys can see the encasing. of everything that was happening.
Yeah. It was wild. Toni and I the entire time were just mouth open like ah.
And it was so fast and so quick that I didn't even get the chance to turn off the lights to get a picture without the lights on, to where I was scrambling to get the bay leaves done.
Yeah, for real. I was scrambling so hard after we got off the phone call to do the Baileys. I was like, ah.
Oh, well, because I used the candle to light the bay leaves. Usually I use each individual because the candle takes a lot longer after the individual candles to go out, and usually I use individual candles as you guys go out to bring your bay leaves into your candle. But the collective candle went by so quick, I was like, "Oh, I'm running out of time!" And freaking, yeah, that was a. I'm
Yeah.
proud. But, that was really quick.
Yeah. Good evening. All right, Amber. Amber.
Oh, Karina, real quick. Karina, we will be posting the results of the candles on my YouTube channel. So after we get done with this sub live, Anna's gonna download it, send it to me, and then I will upload it. And so you will get your report on YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, you weren't in here, but we already did your little report, Karina. All right, Amber. I did your candle. Toni did Chad's. But yours was pretty good. There was some small walls at the very beginning. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, but you did have some small walls, so you were a little bit guarded. You were a little bit resistant to change at first. But it's more of just considering they kept making the room spin when I was like tapping into your candle. I think it's more of just looking at all angles is the biggest thing. Looking at all angles. When it comes to healing, the biggest thing that I feel like people overlook is you have to go into every aspect of life into a philosophical standpoint. And I don't mean as like, is this a tree? Is this not a tree? It's no Schrodinger's cat type of thing. It's more of just really looking at everything from all different types of perspectives. Instead of having this is this, this is that, this is that, but it could be this, it could also be that. What about this? Oh, I know, how about this? You know, it's just looking at all these different creativities and different ideas and looking at things from all different perspectives. It's not having one set mind. It's not having one set thought or idea. So I think that was the biggest thing that they wanted you to go through, was just look at everything from a philosophical point of view. Really just find different ways to understand the meaning of life, and find different ways to understand the meaning of this journey that you're on and the path that you're on and your healing journey. Look at it like you always have something new to learn. You don't know everything at this moment in time, because in reality, nobody knows everything. I will run the other way if somebody says they are an expert in something. I'm just saying. Because there is absolutely no way somebody's an expert in something when they're constantly finding new information. They're constantly finding new ideas. So that's also a little PSA. If you find a reader on TikTok and say that they are an expert in something, run the other freaking way so quickly, please. Or if they are an expert in a certain spell or whatever the case may be. There's a difference between master and expert. I will say that. Because masters, even then, masters are still learning. Masters are still, yes, master ring, and they're still getting new ideas. They're still getting new information. Even Blue Bodhi, she constantly says she is not an expert. She is constantly learning new things. She has 62 certificates, and she is still learning things. So just a little PSA, y'all. If somebody says that they're an expert in something, or if somebody is like trying to identify themselves as something like a shaman or whatever the case may be, please run the other way. Okay? Please. Because that just means that they're very narrow-minded and their ego is running the show. That wasn't necessarily towards you, Amber. That was just a general PSA. Something that I've been wanting to say for the past week, but I just keep forgetting to say so. So Run, Forrest, run. Yes. But other than that, your candle did really good. You didn't have any blue in your flame. It was pretty orange and yellow, more yellow than orange, which kind of caught me off guard. So I feel like you might be feeling some things in your solar plexus the next few days because they're really going to be opening up your solar plexus to truly see your worth and truly see the destiny and path you're meant to be on. But over in that, your candle did very good. It burnt all the way through. You didn't have any walls up after the candle burnt. You didn't really have anything left herbs wise. You were pretty ash. So
Nice. And I'm hearing an appetite for life.
ooh, yes.
You're gonna have an appetite for life is kind of what I heard with your solar plex. So.
I don't know if you eat fish or not, but they want you to eat fish.
Aficionado.
Because they kept showing me sushi specifically. I was like, oh. And sushi's actually pretty good for you. Yes, there's mercury contents in it, but the freshness of it and all of the colors and the greens and all of the vegetables in it, like it's actually pretty good for you.
And if you've never had sushi, don't start with salmon. I'll just throw that out there because salmon is super fucking fishy. It is a very fishy flavor. So start with like white fish, like a white sword, or I've been craving sushi. I told Jeremy, God, I want sushi so
I know,
bad.
I
I went
want
to get a
sushi so
poke and it
bad.
was closed on Monday. I was like, damn it.
I'm honestly like, I'm this close to taking the 2.5 hour trek to my favorite sushi place just so I can get it.
I still
No,
owe you sushi.
yes, no eel
But
either yet.
when I offered you that dinner, it wasn't just because it was just that night. It was honestly whenever I can get you that dinner.
Yeah.
And that was just a sad day.
So for whatever reason, the sushi place here in town has had like such weird freaking hours that like every time I go to order sushi, they're like, nope, and I'm like, okay. I just want my sushi. Like I legit cried a couple nights ago because I wanted sushi so bad and they were closed. And I was like, I just want my sushi.
Oh
It's to the
man, you
point
got
where I transferred to
frustrated.
my DM and he was craving sushi and he does not like sushi because he asked me. He's like, "Where's that place we went to once to get sushi? I'm craving it so bad right now." And I'm like, "I'm so sorry."
It's probably both of us are craving sushi at the same time, so it's just being amplified because seriously, like I kept telling Jeremy for the last like 2 weeks, we need to go to sushi when you're here. We need to go to sushi. And I was so upset on Monday when I went to go get a poke bowl and they were closed. And I was like,
No.
I don't know a sushi place in Reading. I don't know. I wanted poke because it was the closest thing to a fresh fucking roll. And I had to go with Chipotle.
Oh no. But try like something simple like a California roll. Like that is the most basic roll you can get. Even a cucumber roll. It's literally just cucumbers, seaweed, rice to kind of get you started. But I will say if you don't like just plain, you can always put spicy mayo on top.
Oh, fucking telling everybody to go get sushi. Everybody go get sushi today.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go get sushi
I
later.
know. I don't even have a place up here. I gotta wait a couple days because I gotta go to Chico for that. I don't know anywhere up here. I have no place and I don't trust new places unless somebody tells me.
I have half a mind to just not go live later. Just go to St. Cloud, the 2.5 hour drive to go get sushi.
Take us with you.
Right?
Let
There's
me
sushi
eat
here.
your sushi vicariously through you.
Right? What is Mexican Subway, Pammy?
I was just about to ask, what is Mexican Subway? Are you just saying Mexican without the comma and then Subway? I love about hard pass on sushi. Sushi jibichi guffy.
CBGG. Oh, shrimp tempura roll would be another good one, Carmen, if
Or
she likes.
even imitation crab, if you like the imitation crab, the Philadelphia roll, the Philly roll.
Oh,
Why the fuck did I
Chipotle.
say the whole Philadelphia roll? Oh, Chipotle.
Chipotle. Now you see, the closest Chipotle to me is 2.5 hours. So, what's a
That's
yum
so
yum roll? I haven't had that. That sounds good.
ooh, yum, yum. Chipotle. I'm gonna have to fucking start using that for Chipotle. That is so funny. It was one or the other, and then I was like, I need something
We
literally next
have
to it.
off-brand Chipotle here. We have Qdoba, but it honestly tastes better. So,
Hmm. I would go there too. All right. I
yeah,
digress. I'm glad I had breakfast before we started this conversation.
right. You like shrimp, but crawfish more. Ooh, I do like crawfish.
Give me my lobster, my crab. I think it's just I haven't had good crawfish made for me everywhere. I'm in California, so I don't trust people that make crawfish out here. Just throw that out there.
The only time I've ever had crawfish was when I was in southern Texas. So, and we got the Cajun style crawfish boil, and that was really good. Thank you for the
That's
heart
right.
puffs.
Okay, I digress. We're gonna finish this real quick.
Ooh, the yum yum roll is shrimp tempura, snow crab, and avocado. That sounds so good.
Bomb.com. You're Southern. That makes sense. All right, Miss Southerner. Amber, here is Chad's. Chad's was a beautiful burn. It was very stoic, like I said before. But now you can actually see out of everybody besides myself, this is the most open as far as the road opener I've seen. The elderberry right there, the sodalite. It's awesome that these didn't actually like completely burn the herbs. Like I really do love that because these are very magical fucking candles this time. Hecate was with us, by the way. Um, but he has this road opener and this is his crown and this is the future. So he is connecting. I feel really fucking good about Chad. Like, I don't know. He also got encased. This was where he was right here. And so the fact that his didn't melt completely, like this was where Seth was, this is where Jeremy was. This was completely full of wax. You can see that I can't even put my pen through the fucking dirt, but I can put.
Can you go back to where Chad was sitting? The way it's walled up like that around where his candle was, it really looks like the collective was just welcoming him in with a hug. So that was just
Oh, I love that. That is awesome. So, I mean, I feel like it's going to be happening soon. With the hug as well, I'll show you how his candle was. So that's exactly how his candle was before I took it out. So yeah, so you have the wall, and then it was funny because Seth was right here, Jeremy was right here, so all three of these were encased with wax. Diana, you were right here, so you can see that you had a little bit of wax, and then there's me. It was going to H, but given that H is new to the collective as well with the energy, it wasn't there. But these are everybody, and then Giselle got hit too, but these are everybody that's been part of the collective doing candles for a while. I really just need to fucking just say that if you guys continue to do these and if you continue to work with us, it's going to make a difference and the collective is going to start giving you the energy as well. You're going to be really fully engulfed in this collective. But yeah, so Chad's right here. I also do feel a little bit though of the outside environments. He is setting himself up to not allow the outside environments to fuck him up. If that makes sense. Where is mine? Yours was right here. You were right here. This was Jeremy and mine. You were the first one to get to the line to the opening, which is funny because you were the last one to light, so or last one to go out. But you were right here, Diana. But yeah, Chad's was really good. I really have a lot of confidence for Chad. A lot of confidence for him. And you guys, and you're doing it. Look, the orange didn't even burn at all. This orange peel didn't burn at fucking all, but everything else is dark here. So just throwing that out there as well. And the head, the elderberry, is very clear as well. So he has a lot of shit that he is working through.
orange peels by his root chakra, so it's going to be confidence and stability.
Yes, there you go. That too. Yeah, I like that. And then the sodalite is his crown. So I like that.
Gina, I did yours. I'll explain in a second.
Yeah, let me go over real quick. This is H. Hezekiah. I think that's how I say it. Elderberry on the root, sodalite to the future. Not a big road opening, but it's because there's a connection, lack of connection. You can see that the road opening symbol is still there. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done between both partners for this exact one. And then let me get M. Michelin? Michelin? Yeah. Real quick, to the future, the road is a little bit closed off because they're so focused on the past. You can see that there's this cluster that the past is affecting their future and they don't see a clear pathway. And the fact that it's like so far into the future that there's a lot of blockages and a lot of like past life and childhood trauma that needs to be worked on. And there's a lot of like cluster in this crown chakra. That means the connection is really lost. And then Ryan, real quick. This is Ryan's crown, very good elderberry. So there is going to be an opening to connecting to spirit and helping with the future. You can see the past isn't so prevalent. It's kind of getting worked through. I see it kind of like going towards the future to be extinguished. Stomach, whatever. I'm not, whatever. Fuck you, Mercury retrograde. Um, But yeah, Ryan's is really good. A lot of the future energy is coming through, but there is a little bit of past that needs to get worked on. And then Luna, I'll go over yours. She was the first one. And then, yeah, that's it. But here is the overall. This is the overall of the collective candle. You can see it kind of, it burned through the entire fucking thing, but that's where the bay leaves went. So, but yeah, just so you all can really understand the collective candle, not collective. So work on y'all. And then, by the way, this is all crossroad energy. So this is really in dirt from crossroads. Like we really put in a lot of fucking effort for this for you guys. So for everybody, let me just show you my light. For everybody who did this candle and everybody who put in the energy, even to the collective intentions, good job. Things are going to be starting to amplify for you. And don't miss the opportunity for the road. When you see something that is going to be not of the normal, like sign, not of something normal or something that you've been waiting for, all of y'all, except for Giselle, has a very small opening of this road opener. Pardon me, confirmation. Very small opportunity and window to make the changes, to get out of your comfort zone, to jump to the next level of this transformation, transition that you're going to be having, Jesus Christ, through
Biggest
our
thing
reality.
is get uncomfortable. Biggest thing is y'all need to get out of your comfort zones. If it hurts you, if it makes you uncomfortable, if it makes you want to run away, do it.
If it makes you scared, jump.
Yes. Words ain't wording, they are not. Gina, are you still here? I can go over yours again really quickly.
And then for you guys to see, here's mine.
I wish I would have kept mine, but I used a titch too much catnip on all of them, so my cats were just like, ah!
That's funny. And then here is, his got so hot that he fucking pretty much burned his name off.
Dang.
Luna's completely. Luna, if you watch, you have no name, you have no sigils, you have nothing. You burned so fucking hot. Everything was charred. Like she was determined.
That's how mine and you know whose was like we literally had nothing left. It looked like I didn't even write on them at all. I was like, okay.
And so y'all know that these stones are real is because they were fire and nothing got charred. Just so you guys know that we do use real ingredients for this shit.
Yes. We do not skimp out on ingredients.
Forward. Move forward. Garita.
Bridget, your intuition.
Mm-hmm. You'll know. Mm-hmm. They'll tell you.
Well, part of that is the how am I supposed to know?
That's true.
That's you getting slightly uncomfortable because you're afraid to miss it. None of us would ever think that either of you would do that. Yeah, I know. We're very passionate about our spell work that we do. So, hello, Jenna.
Yes.
Like if y'all could see my closet right now, I like how my closet's made is I have one side for hanging, the other side's for hanging. In the middle, I have 10 different like shelves that were made into the closet. It is all ingredients at this point. It used to be for shoes, and now my shoes are just scattered where they can fit. All of its ingredients now, because that's the only place I have for them.
I don't know if y'all could see. Hold on, let me. Oh yeah, all of it. Nope, you can't see, but this is my witch room. Everything is witchy in here. That's so funny. And we even like everything also like when you guys put into the candles, it's to replace everything. I know I said that before, but it's to replace all of our stuff, like
Yeah.
herbs and candles and the stones and the energy, but also like the containers that we have to like go and get. Like I know $1 isn't a lot, but when we're doing it all the time, every new moon, every full moon, every certain situations, it adds up. So we're not doing this to profit off y'all. I really just want to throw that out there as well. And for anybody who's watching the YouTube, we're not doing this to profit. We're doing this to raise vibrations so y'all can profit yourself.
I was gonna say, I think after buying the candles, buying the ingredients, because I had to go out and get more ingredients, all the other things, I had to go get new Sharpies because all my Sharpies freaking died on me for whatever reason. I don't think I made any profit. All of it went straight into that. So, and that's how
Mm-hmm.
most spell work goes, is that I do it just enough to basically
Yeah,
pay for the ingredients, and that's it.
pretty much. And that's where, like, so for those who charge like $30 to $40 for like candles like these, it's like they are making a profit off of you. I do understand the energy exchange. However, be conscious with who and what they are charging for these candles because a lot of it, like I charge 40 for a full candle, but that's a 3 day full candle that I put in a lot of energy and I'm watching for 3 days.
Yeah.
That's where the $40 comes from is because I don't just burn candles and let them sit. I burn the candles. I watch them in the morning. I see what they're doing. I mark them. Like we pay attention to the shit that we do. So it's the energy as well. So just if someone's charging you $40 for a candle like this, and I'm not knocking somebody, I just know somebody who does it. I'm not knocking her. She's great with it. But $40 for a candle like this, y'all, it burns within 2 to 4 hours. It only takes so much ingredients, but it's a lot of the energy that we're putting into it. Just be careful. If they're charging more than like $10 to $15 for a candle like that or repetition, be cautious on what their actual intentions are with that candle for you and if they're going to put in that energy or if it's just to make a buck off of you pretending to put in that energy.
Yep. I charge anywhere from 30 to 60. It depends on what y'all are wanting me to do. But it's also because I'm using pretty big pillar candles. I don't do like the 7 day candles just because those can be like finicky. I do them sometimes depending on what somebody wants. But it's also so I can carve into the candles too and stuff like that is why I use the big pillar candles. It's also how much research I put into it as well, because I will thoroughly research like, okay, what sigils would be best for this? What homemade sigils should I make for this? What ingredients would be the best for this? I put hours into research before I even do the candles so I can make sure that like you are 100% getting that all in it. So it's more of just for like the migraines that I get from all the research afterwards on top
Yes.
of the ingredients, because I do get migraines every single time I do candle work. That's just because I'm putting so much energy into it.
We got to build up that resistance for you. It's 11:11 by the way.
111.
Nice. So before we end off this real quick, and I'll get off and Anna can go back to her normal, regular scheduled programming. We will be doing a Yule winter solstice candle. If y'all want to put in on it now, you can put in on it now. We will be opening it. I don't know exactly what the intention is on it, however, yet because it's Yule. I have a lot of research that I want to do for it, but I am going to say that we are going to do a Yule ritual, Yule
Yep.
winter solstice.
Yes. Biggest thing, at least a portion of it, will probably be along the lines of celebrating darkness coming to light, because that's what the Yule solstice is all about, is celebrating that the darkness is gone and that the light is coming back in. There's going to be that rebirth. So it's going to be something along those lines, probably, on top of other things. But yes, if y'all do want to do a Yule solstice candles, it's the same thing as before, $10 per candle. And we'll research more on like what exactly we're gonna do it for.
Might
So
be rejuvenation. I'm hearing rejuvenation, like a rejuvenation. We're gonna force y'all to hibernate.
yes. On top of kind of bring in some light and happiness because I, as a Minnesota girly, I do miss my vitamin C in the winter, and that can make things a little bit dark. So
Ooh, we will do orange.
I was thinking orange and yellow, yeah.
Yeah,
So you want to do orange? I'll do yellow.
yeah, we can do
Okay.
that. The winter solstice is the 20th or 22nd. I don't know why I can't think. It's the 22nd, 20th or just the 22nd.
It's a
We
2 week
need,
long solstice, so
yeah, it starts. Hold on, I think the 21st, midwinter solstice in northern hemisphere. So, 20th through the 21st. So we would need that by, say, the 19th, so we can have everything set up. And because I liked having it the day before and getting everything prepped before we did it, and it was so much nicer. God, it was so much nicer.
I know I spent. It was nice to be able to get like all the candles ready to go like hours, even a day before.
Yeah, and let them charge up and stuff like that. So yeah, so December 19th will be the cutoff for winter solstice Yule ritual candle, and this one's going to be a big one. We'll do
Yule
10.
solstice, Mira.
Yeah. Yule rejuvenation and other stuff. Well, that'll be like the main one is the rejuvenation. Because hibernation is all about rejuvenating you so you can have the energy for springtime. But happy, happy, joy, joy. I think we're gonna kind of focus on like
I have that stuck in my head now. Thank you.
making you happy, happy, joy, joy.
Yes, that's gonna be stuck in my head now for the rest of the day.
We're gonna make you comfortable within your own skin, rejuvenating. Like
We're gonna
everybody has to
shine
be
the light at the end of the tunnel.
bring everybody home. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. Bring everybody home. Home
Ooh.
to ourselves. We're gonna bring everybody back in home and focus on this because hibernating is coming home. Hibernating is being comfy, cozy within yourself, but also rejuvenating yourself. And the only way you do that is if you come home and ground yourself back.
Gina, stay here because I called you 3 times. So stay here so I can tell you your candle.
Okay. But Anna can handle it from here on out. If nobody has any questions for me, I'm out. I will be watching you guys from the other side, and I will be going live tonight on myself. If you guys want to catch me, I do promise this, and I don't break promises, so I will be going live today. But I love you guys. Much love, many blessings, all the healing light for your dreams and your highest timeline. I love you guys.
Bye.